He's standing up from the crowd. Here we go. Race number 2. It is time to wind them up and let them go. Who is going to be brave on the race? Oh, it's a terrible start from Jack Dan. But what a cracker from Aaron Large. Also, that was Andrew Gellone that's gained a position as well. A great mixture of good and bad starts in there, but Alex Jameson has again lost out on the start. 2 newcomer this time of Aaron Large. It looks like Gellone's going alongside him as well as they scream through the first turn and head toward... Look at that! My goodness me! Aaron Large is storming away, and Andrew Gellone still side by side with Jameson as they come to the first heavy breaker zone of the lap, and they're still side by side. My goodness me, gentlemen. It's a bit longer than 1 lap, but they're still going for it. Jameson and Gellone fighting once again as Andrew Gellone finally receives the position. Jay Daniels up into 4th. Good start for you. There is Benson. Where on earth? Jack Dan down to 6th. A horrific start. Right at the back of him, Miles Dixon, who didn't set a time, up into 7th position. Great effort. Alexander Rhodes in 8th. Brendan Van Heeden is up into 9th. Nick Bailey 10th. McRae 11th. And, Toby Owens had a disastrous. He's 3 seconds off the back of McRae in the tail of the field. But look at this lot. What a great entrance for Aaron Large. Great. So, whoa, that's someone miles off his own. Whoa, there's several people that have flown off the road. That's Alex Rhodes has gone one way. Who was the other one? Oh, it was Carl Benson. I think Carl only really lost 1 position there. Getting very, very close. Top 3. On board with Andrew Gellone as Alex Jameson makes the move. Has he outbraked himself into the Woodcote chicane? He's going to struggle to get that back under control. He does, but here comes Gellone. Oh, what a move. Aaron Large had to get out of it. He had nowhere to use his additional pace. Ooh, was a bit of a squeeze from Gellone, but in fairness, Aaron Large, with a little bit of slipstream from Alex Jameson's car, has managed to maintain pace and stay alongside Gellone. Side by side still, and no, Gellone's going to slot back into 3rd position as they have come through Cops. Now towards Maggot. What a great effort from our top 3. And actually right behind them, Jay Daniels and Jack Dan still want to get involved on the roof of Jack Dan's car. Whoa, Dixon. Goodness me, I don't know whether you were late on the... Well, I'm not sure if you were a bit late on the race or Gellone was a bit cautious. And there you just saw and very nicely demonstrated what happens if you try and power on the grass in these things. It does what most cars want to do and want to absolutely kill you into a spin. Gellone is side by side with Jay Daniels. Jay's got the move done, and right ahead of them you can see Large and Jameson. Oh, Jack Dan had to make a sudden correction there. Goodness me, they are scrapping all at the top. Fantastic top 5. Having their... Well, it's the top 2 and then the next 3. Whoa, that's trouble behind. Trouble behind. Who's that? No? Oh, not again. Brendan Van Heeden has absolutely dished it. What's gone on up here? Oh, no, Jack Dan has hit something very hard. Where on earth is... As I've looked away, where's Gellone gone? He's there! Oh no, down to 10th, Andrew Gellone. I didn't see the incidents. I was seeing who had gone off the road, and Andrew Gellone has spun. He doesn't look damaged, but oh dear. That's not gone well. We'll see if the stewards get involved in that one post-race. But Jameson starting to get into his stride now. Aaron Large still looking to try and keep company with him. Then about 3 seconds behind is Jack Dan and Jay Daniels side by side once again through Cops. I mean, the second he's wide enough to do it. Big damage on the front of Jack Dan's car though. He's still up in 3rd. So he's doing well to wrestle that car with its damage, with its reshaping, as they sweep through Beckett's. Then it's Alex Rhodes. Carl Benson being followed by McRae Williams. Toby Owen now up to 8th position, was last only a lap ago. Couple of penalties on the board, 2 for Jack Dan and for Toby Owen. Nick Bailey, he's hit something as well. Very cautious coming through Beckett's. Miles Dixon has got Andrew Gellone for company, so Andrew's lost another spot. Ah, he's definitely got damage now. A lot of damage. He's got front and back damage on that car. Oh dear, that's going to be a difficult day in the office for Andrew Gellone And once again, that is Mr. Gumtree, which is Brendan Van Heeden in the pits. But look at this from our newcomer. This is absolutely fantastic. As he's continuing to chase off after Jameson. So Jameson's got the overall pace, but let's see what these next lap times are, because that does not... Well, the time is saying 9/10, but it doesn't look it. Although this vantage point is slightly deceived by me being used to faster cars. So Jameson was 3/10 quicker that last time around. Jack Dan now gets himself on the penalty board. I think we saw there was one penalty in the last race. Jack Dan with a 4-second penalty. Dear oh dear. Now I suspect that Toby Owen alluded to the fact that you can cut that first chicane by more than you would normally expect, but there's probably people pushing their luck a little bit far. As we look at Jay Daniels, who was trying to chase off after McRae Williams with Toby Owen right behind him. Gillo now up into 9th place. He's gone ahead of Miles Dixon and Nick Bailey, who is in the pits. He's again hit something very, very hard. That's a very unkind pit entrance, I just thought. And yeah, he's really struggling with that car, but I'm not surprised, in fairness. Oh no, it's Miles Dixon! Miles Dixon's gone! Miles Dixon's had a huge, huge spin. I'm not really sure from that angle how hard he hit the wall, but he's out. Miles Dixon has retired the car. Oh my goodness me, what a moment to cut to him and see him fly off the road. You say he didn't have any damage. Very true, Adam, very true. He will not thank me for that later as Alex Rhodes wanders off the road. Get it back on. Yeah, he's managed to get back on the circuit. Goodness me. As mentioned, these things are difficult. Oh, side by side through club. Are you crazy? You have to be a fair amount of crazy to wrestle these cars. And suddenly, a 2-second gap up front as Mazdaron, or Aaron Large, has, I think he's made a mistake somewhere, because suddenly that gap is now nearly 3 seconds. A 47.1 from Alex James, a 51.5 from Aaron there. As they continue, Jack Dan and Alex Rhodes are continuing with their battle for the last podium spot. Jack Dan with that reshape in front is doing pretty well again, considering the damage. Carl Benson is 7 seconds behind Alex, but 1.5 ahead of McRae Williams, who has got Jay Daniels for company. So there's a great battle forming there for 6th position. Tobio is not that far behind, 2.7. Woo-hoo-hoo! Well held, Jay Daniels. Not quick, but it is flashing. There is Mr. Black Sheep, Tobio, and the master, the ringleader, circus master of this event. Well, of this series, I should say. Oh, Andrew Gillo, that's difficult to look at. Looked like you were struggling to keep that one on the straight line. That's even more difficult to look through. Nick Bailey still in the pits. Let's just watch as Andrew Gillo... Oh, that car doesn't want to turn. He's struggling to get the thing to slide into the corner. Bear in mind, Andrew qualified in 4th. You just see there's... Well, he's not having to do too much steering correction on a straight, but... Not a good day in the office for Gillane, but look at here. You've got a battle for 4th. Battle for 3rd, rather. There's Jay Daniels, McRae Williams, and Carl Benson aren't that far apart. Again, there's Toby Owen looking to get involved in that fight as well. But let's keep an eye on this battle for 3rd place at the moment, as everybody else has pretty much spread out. Oh, now that's 2 different approaches to the same set of corners. That's going to put Alex Rhodes on the inside with a great run on the exit of the Wicker chicane. Very nicely done. He set that one up on the entrance of the chicane and nailed Jack Dan perfectly well on the exit. Very well played. Can he hold off the charging Jack Dan? It's going to be the real question. There is Jay Daniels on the back of McRae Williams. Just going out. The shot was Carl Benson. Jay is doing what he can to get McRae out of his rhythm. He was 4/10 quicker on the previous lap. And Toby Owen actually gained a couple of tenths last time around as well. Let's get into the cockpit cam. That's what the cockpit should look like. And Jay, he's backed out of that. Oh, bit of a slide, but that's a bit late for McRae. He's going to have to really get out of the throttle. That's going to really compromise him all the way down the hangar straight. Can Jay capitalise on it? Yep. There he goes to the outside line. They're going to be side by side all the way down the straight towards Stowe. And in the background is Toby Owen. And Jay Daniels makes the move. He's going to have the inside line, and that is 6th position for you. Very nicely done. Keep it on the road. He does. Nicely done. This battle is still raging on. Jack Dan really struggling to keep that car under control, but he's still trying to keep up with Alex Rhodes. And Alex does have the penalties. Does have a penalty check. 3 for Aaron Large, 3 for Alex Rhodes, 4 for Jack Dan. So he's a second deficit as well as being behind. 3 for Jay Daniels and 2 for Toby Owen. There is McRae Williams on the back of Jay Daniels. Doesn't necessarily have to do anything because McRae doesn't have a penalty. So he could just sit there basically and let Jay Daniels tow him home. Racing Instinct being what it is. Whoa! Wow! That was a lot of opposite lock. Toby Owen's fallen. Well, I was going to say he's fallen a bit off the back, but no, he hasn't really. He actually gained 4/10 on McRae last time around. So Toby could get involved in that battle before the checkered flag falls. It looks like Jack is falling off the back of Alex Rhodes a little bit. Well, he was a second slower on the last lap. Whoa! That'll be the extra second of penalty he gained. As McRae Williams... Actually, McRae Williams and Jay Daniels are beginning to home in on Carl Benson. So Carl's not out of the woods yet. There's the furious soaring of the wheel from McRae Williams. It's a very different way of handling these cars. As Jay Daniels may well do things a little bit differently. Again, the slipstream is just not all that effective in these cars. It does help. Oh, lovely slide from Jay Daniels. Definitely did a better job of it than Carl Benson did. So Carl's lost momentum. So Carl's going to have a real battle on his hands. Did I see... I thought I saw a third car in this little squabble. Oh, I did. That, however, is a back marker, and I suspect it's Nick Bailey. It is. Now, we saw Jack Dan absolutely launch his car in. There he goes again. Oh, the steering wheel, actually, the animation wasn't showing. There's no way he didn't counter-steer that. The animation's not actually showing how much steering's going on. That's a bit of a shame. Because I would have loved to have seen just how much steering angle Jack Dan put in. Not working for everybody, it would seem. So Jay Daniels now has dropped McRae Williams. Well, McRae has lost a lot of time there. Look at the lap time. Toby Owen would have gained some, but didn't gain enough to overhaul it. But Jay, now free from challenge behind, is free to challenge Carl Benson for 5th position. That's a battle that's potentially going to go to the line. Oh, Jack Dan's off the road. He's going to spin right in front of Nick Bailey, and oh, impact between them. Oh, no. Just a tiny mistake, a little bit too much throttle on the grass, and that has basically given Nick Bailey a big old punch in the face. And right behind them. So Jay Daniels capitalised on the confusion ahead and has snuck past Carl Benson. Now, under normal circumstances, that would be yellow flags. He wouldn't be able to pass, but that's not how Project Cars works. So Carl Benson may feel a bit aggrieved by that, as that is Jack Dan, his exceedingly wounded car, now with a lot of company. And Jack Dan taking out bollards. But Jay Daniels has really capitalised on that. He's got himself 1.5 seconds between himself and Jack Dan. Absolutely amazing. And Toby Owen's right in the mixture as well, as he's caught the back of McRae Williams. Andrew Gillo's a long way behind this particular pack. As Jameson continuing to do Alex Jameson things up front. There in the background is Aaron Large, who still has made a very impressive start to this, introduction of himself to this series, in fairness. Then Alex Rhodes completely on his own. And Jay Daniels then having worked his way through the carnage. That's the roof shot from Toby Owen. You can see the pretty much next 5 positions ahead of him. Jack Dan is still on the back of Jay Daniels, in fairness. The checkered flag is about to fall, and it is now out. So the checkered flag is awaiting our drivers. Lots of penalties are going to be added. Oh, lots of time penalties, not talking about stewards penalties, although I'm sure they may well get involved in a few incidents. We'll see what they have to say, particularly with the one with Nick Bailey being absolutely catapulted off circuit from Jack Dan, but that's not up to me, our lad. Nice slide there from Toby Owen, nicely done. That is the... No, Nick Bailey is basically limping over the line. Ah, that is Brendan Van Heeden that's being caught by Alex Jameson at the moment. Here is Mr. Jameson, and that's Brendan very much getting out of the way. Oh wow, 3-minute lap there from Jack. There's more penalties on his this time. At 41 seconds from Alex Rhodes. I suspect that'll be looked at post-with. Jack Dan's going to be chasing Jay Daniels home. But your winner in the first race for the pros is once again Alex Jameson. Aaron Large in his first race for the series comes home in second. That was Brendan Van Heeden getting sideways over the line, coming home in 10th. Alex Rhodes with that third place, but he will tumble through the field on the scoreboard because of that 40-second penalty. Jay Daniels is going to lead Jack Dan home. Let's see how the penalties shake up. Oh, that's close. Jay Daniels, well, at the moment, Carl Benson is in third, but I suspect, like I say, Alex Jameson is going to, Alex Rhodes rather, is going to have his penalty evaluated. Andrew Gillone has come over the line in currently 6th position. There is Alex Rhodes. Jack Dan all the way down in 8th because of his penalties. What did he end up on? Oh my goodness, a 42 for Jack Dan and a 47 for McRae. That'll be down to that complete chaos that happened earlier on. So yeah, that's going to be evaluated. McRae Williams currently in 10th, and Brendan has already finished. I was already crossed the line, just waiting for Nick Bailey to bring his very wounded car home. 5 points for style. Well, we can recommend that to the ringmaster, Mr. Toby Owen. Nick's still got some way to go before he gets the car home as well. Oops! Don't turn in that hard. Not been a good day. Not been a good return for Nick Bailey. At this rate, he might not even beat the counter. The counter has actually stopped on our screen. Oh no, there we go. He might not actually beat the counter. I don't think he'll mind too much, quite frankly. No, he won't. Essentially means he just doesn't finish. He's only a couple of feet away from the line as well.